you're having a terrific day. Envisioning the future is amazing. It's wonderful. We should all use visualization to create a better reality in our future. But did you know that your current reality could be messing that whole process up? Did you know that taking all of that time to do visualization exercises could be working against you because of what you're experiencing in your current reality? But wait, how do you experience a different reality in the future if your reality is bad? Isn't that the whole point? You don't like what you're experiencing now. That's why you want to envision a positive future. Well, I have a missing puzzle piece as to exactly why that is, and I'm going to show you how you can overcome that and have a positive future while getting the most out of your current reality situation. Hi there, and welcome to the Booksters Club, where we find daily inspiration from the books you love. Today's featured book is Stumbling on Happiness by Daniel Gilbert, and today's inspirational thought comes to us on page number 135. It says, "We can't see or feel two things at once, and the brain has strict priorities about what it will see, hear, and feel, and what it will ignore. Imagination's requests are often denied. Both the sensory and emotional systems enforce this policy, and yet we seem to recognize when the sensory systems are turning down imagination's request, but fail to recognize when the emotional system is doing the same. For instance, if we try to imagine a penguin while we're looking at an ostrich, the brain's policy won't allow it. We understand this, and thus we never become confused and mistakenly conclude that the large bird with the long neck that we are currently seeing is in fact the penguin that we were attempting to imagine. The visual experience that results from a flow of information that originates in the world is called vision. The vision experience that results from flow of information that originates in memory is called mental imagery. And while both kinds of experiences are produced in the visual cortex, it takes a great deal of vodka before we mix them up. One of the hallmarks of the visual experience is that we can almost always tell whether it is a product of a real or an imagined object, but not so with emotional experiences. The emotional experience that results from a flow of imagination that originates in the world is called feeling. The emotional experience that results from a flow of imagination that originates in memory is called pre-feeling. And mixing them up is one of the world's most popular sports. Our mind is hardwired to go to reality first thinking. We are always going to look at the future through the lens of what we're currently experiencing, and that is a big missing puzzle piece that we don't recognize when we're envisioning our future. There was a couple of other experiments that were done in this book, and in all of those experiments, people were told to envision the future with a current situation that they were actively facing at the time. And then there was another group of people that weren't facing that situation and told to envision the future. And in both those situations, those people took their physical current situation and reality, and they had a huge difference. It was a huge difference on the way that they were able to envision the future. So we're going to do the same exact thing. We're always going to look at the future vision and visualization through our current lens. So it's important that even if life is not perfect or fantastic or terrific or where you want it to be in the future, it's important that when you're envisioning the future, you get as close as you can to a good experience when envisioning the future. For today's daily challenge, recognize that the mind is always going to go to first reality thinking, and your mind is hardwired to take the current situation that you're experiencing in reality and is going to put a stamp on whatever you're trying to envision for your future. So when you're trying to think about making more money or living a more, financially productive life, don't be staring at a pile of bills and feeling like you're in debt. It's not going to work. You're going to put a negative stamp on that envisioning session. So what you should do is get your current reality as close as you can to bliss, joy, or happiness first, and then envision your future. Eat a piece of chocolate, sit in a comfy chair, go look at nature, whatever makes you happy. Do this first, and then visualize your future, and then envision the future, because now you're going to put a positive experience on it. So if you enjoyed today's daily challenge, I would love to hear about that in the comments. What were you actually able to do in your current reality that brought you a little bit closer to joy, bliss, and happiness so that you could envision your future in the right state of mind and with the right reality lens? I would love to hear about that. Thank you so much for clicking that like button if you liked this video and found it useful. The quote is, "A book is a garden, an orchard, a storehouse, a party, a company, by the way, a counselor, a multitude of counselors," by Charles Baudelaire. And you can join the Booksters Club by subscribing and ringing that notification bell to let you know when I've posted a new video, because I post new videos just like this one every single day. See you tomorrow, Booksters.